Okay, your next comic, oh my God, he's been on HBO, Comedy Central, and MTV. Please welcome Geoff Keith.
Don't worry, everybody else clapped. All right, what's up? Good energy in this room, like it. Good stuff right off the bat. You look like you beat some people up, so I'm not gonna talk to that guy at all. Just start with jokes and look at the happy guy with his sunglasses inside. That's who I'm gonna deal with. My wife had a baby a couple months ago, and thanks, could be mine. Either way, I'm happy for her. She's my wife, you gotta be supportive, you know? We had a son, we already have a daughter, we had a son. First thing my son does, he comes out, they hand him to my wife. First thing he does, he starts peeing all over my wife. And then my wife just started to laugh. And I was like, I've been trying to get you into that for years. How did this guy pull it off day one? You know what I mean? Move to the back, please. All right. I love my wife. A lot of comics don't like their wives. I love my wife. My wife's great. Sometimes she wants to do things I don't want to do, which is normal. That's like every relationship, you know? I remember one time we were dating, my wife was like, hey, the ballet's in town. The ballet is here. We should go. I did not want to go to the ballet. Don't let my shirt fool you. I did not want to go to that ballet. I did not want to argue about it, though, so this is how I got out of it. I was like, the ballet? Yeah, the ballet's awesome. Me and my ex, that was our thing. And she was like, you know what? I don't really want to go to the ballet anymore. I said, okay, we don't have to go. Our thing can be watching sports. Boom! Now every weekend she's like, get the beer, it's football day, you're gonna miss it. And I'm like, if it makes you happy. I'll do anything for her, you know? So we have the two kids, and our kids are mixed. I'm Jewish, and my wife is Mexican, so her skin's a lot darker than mine. That's the point. I'm not just saying it and then moving on. My point is, mixed kids, you never know what mixed kids are going to look like, right? Their skin could be like a perfect blend of both parents. They could look more like the light parent, more like the dark parent. My daughter came out. She looks very light, okay? She's the older one. She looks like me, skin-wise, right? My son, this is what I want. I think I got it. He's only a few months old. I think I got what I wanted. I want my son to look, and he already does look. I want him to look and sound super Mexican, but I want him to be really into the Jewish stuff. Because that human doesn't exist yet. I'd have the first one. I'm from Los Angeles. I've never seen that person. How dope would that be? I got the first one of those kids. My kid comes up to me, like 10 years old, like, hey, Dad, me and Puppet, we want to go to temple. I'm like, all right, let's go, kids. He's like, come on, Puppet, we're going to synagogue for my bar mitzvah. You know what I mean? Like, the joke goes as long as you guys want it to go. I was in the room when both my kids were born. You know, I'm a good dad, and that is intense. I don't know if you guys have seen, I'm sure a lot of you have, some of you probably have kids of your own. You've seen a real kid being born. I thought I kind of knew what it was like. I'd seen it on TV shows, movies. That is an actor baby. That is not a real infant, newborn. First off, look around the room. Nice head, nice head, nice head, nice. Everybody in here, nice skull, right? Nobody warns you. Babies come out, their heads are like sloped back. It's like the movie Coneheads at a 45-degree angle. My daughter came out and I was like, what tribe did you join? Who did this to you? And they're not cute. The first picture of my daughter, it looks like Robert De Niro just walked out of a swamp. The first picture of my baby girl, she's like, it's all puffy-eyed and pissed off looking, like she's halfway through a pack of cigarettes, been trying to hail a cab for the last 20 minutes. I didn't expect my princess to look like that, right? But my wife was in 24 hours of labor, which is a lot, and that looks really tough, women. I gotta say, that looks very tough that you guys have to go through that. And I'm just right there. They say coaching. They say the guy's we're not coaching. This is what every guy's thinking, like, oh, so glad this isn't me. That looks brutal, right? But I'm right there, and I'm worried about her, and I love her and everything. She's going through all this pain, 24 hours of labor. So, like, when my daughter was finally starting to, like, crown, you know, which is like when the head is kind of coming out, but she's still in, you get it. Okay, so when that was happening, we had a doctor, 2 nurses, right, delivering our daughter, and the doctor, my wife's in all this pain, so the doctor goes, do you want to touch her head? I didn't know who the doctor was talking to, so I was like, yeah, okay, boop. Reach down, touch my daughter's head when she's still not here yet, you know what I mean? The doctor goes, I was talking to her, and I'm like, I mean, you got to clarify that. How am I supposed to know? This is my first kid, right? I don't know what's going on. The 2 nurses were like, we've never seen a guy do that. Well, now you have, okay? Me, blue ribbon, first to the head, I win. When my daughter finally came out, I'm not a tough guy anyways. I mean, you could tell. I'm not like a macho man's man. That was the most emotional moment maybe in my life. I'm not a tough guy or anything, but like, I couldn't believe it. When you first see that little human that's been moving around there all those months, my legs just turned to jello. I started bawling. I'm crying. They take our daughter. My wife's crying. I'm crying. They take our daughter to make sure she's okay, you know, the nurses and everything. My wife and I looked at our daughter, and then my wife and I lock eyes, and my wife was like, she's perfect. And I was like, I don't know if I'd use the word perfect for daughter De Niro over there. Like, now she's perfect. She got to perfect, but that dude that came out day one, it's not my perfect daughter at all. Before we had kids, we just had a dog. I had the wife and a dog, and I travel all the time, always on the road, touring and doing shows and everything. I came back in town once, and my wife goes, I feel like when you're gone, you miss the dog more than you miss me. And I was like, oh, is it that obvious? Of course I miss the dog a little bit more, right? I mean, dogs are great, right? I mean, this is my wife every time I come home. Hey, babe, this is my dog. Dad? Dad! Dad! Where were you? I don't care. You're back now. It's got a tail. That tail kind of makes you feel good, right? If you had a buddy who was like, Eddie! And then just like a tail was going, you're like, hey, I like seeing that guy. It makes me feel good about myself. This is my wife every night for dinner. We can eat somewhere nice tonight. This is my dog. Is that a carrot? Can I have one piece of that? Thank you. You're the best. All right, I'm going to watch you watch the news. When my wife was pregnant, people were like, do you want a boy or a girl? I was like, oh, we have another dog. That'd be great. A little puppy comes out. My wife has a very big family. I don't have time to get into that. I have a small family. I was looking at my family recently, and I was like, who is the coolest person in my family? Coolest person in my family is my grandma. My grandma, 98, you know, pretty old, has a little memory loss. It's not Alzheimer's, that's sad. My other grandma had that. This grandma just kind of has moments. She kind of makes things up, right? But she's always been funny, and she's still hilarious, so it's never like a sad moment, right? I'm hanging out with my grandmother the other day. We're watching TV on the couch. Out of nowhere, she just looks at me and goes, Jeff, do I have time to go to my meeting? There's no meeting, okay, guys? She's 98. She's not a member of any clubs. I wasn't going to tell her. I wasn't going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? I love my grandma, so I just played along. I was like, Grandma, who do you have a meeting with? She starts thinking, realizes there is no meeting, and instead of just being like, oh, I don't know, I just had a weird moment there. This is what my grandma says. I can't remember, and I don't care. I might not even go. My grandmother bailed on a meeting she made up in her own head. That's how awesome she is. Guys, thanks for letting me hang out with you. I appreciate it.